It's great to have you back this week on In Gear. We begin with a very sensible car, the Renault Fluence. Then we try out something completely out of this world, Harley-Davidson's Project Livewire. And then we stick with our favorite American motorcycle brand to see the king of the road, the Harley-Davidson Road King. Enjoy! Well, hello there. Welcome to a very sensible review of a very sensible car. What we have here today is the Renault Fluence 2.0, and we are going to see exactly how sensible it is, starting from the inside. Let's go. Welcome to the interior of the Renault Fluence. Now, I already have the Renault keyless go and entry in my pocket, which is like that. I can either keep it in my pocket or I can slot it there for safekeeping, and all I need to do is to just press the button and the car will turn itself on. Now, if you were thinking you were going to get a lot of French flair like what you would normally get in, say, a Citroën, for example, you are not going to be getting it in this particular car, simply because it all looks very, very sedated and very sensible. Now, having said that, you do get good quality materials and good quality fit and finish. Now, what do I mean by that? You will get the soft touch plastics up here, which really are soft touch, and it does really feel premium, paired with slightly cheaper hard scratchy plastic at the bottom. What is of note is that the fit and finish of all the panels, all the instruments, all the buttons, they all look very well put together. You don't see big gaps, you don't see that much squeaking and untoward sounds, so that's good. What you see in front of you is not confusing at all. You have the instrument cluster in front of you, you've got the center console running very, very symmetrically right down the middle, and you've got a screen up ahead. Now, let's look at this area first, which is the driver's area. You don't get any fancy LCD multicolored display that shows a myriad of different things. No, you don't. You actually get a very basic and very easy to understand speedometer, rev meter, as well as all your other clocks up front. Very easy to look at. The steering wheel buttons are minimal. You only get buttons for cruise control over here, and you'll be thinking, what? No audio controls? Fret not, because audio controls actually come here at the side, and this is true to any Renault cars that I've tested recently, and they work a charm. Now, let's move on to the center console over here. You do get this rather interesting looking geometric design panel, which adds flair, if not so much of it, to the inside of the car. But apart from that, it's all very straightforward and very basic. Now, what I do not like is this silver trim over here, which I do truly believe in time it will rub itself off and look like very cheap plastic. Now, apart from that, it's all good. The radio, the in-car entertainment system is down there. The dual zone climate control is up here, and you also get the screen. To activate it, you press the button over here and you get radio and sat nav. You can either control it using this central knob here, which also acts as a clicker, or it is fully touch screen. In terms of space, you've got plenty of space, and if there's anything that this car does really well is comfort, both in front and out back. Even though it sits on the same platform as the Renault Megane, this car is longer and wider. In fact, it's longer and wider than the Sylphy, which is a car that shares the same drivetrain as this car. So comfort is something that you definitely get with this car. But enough about the inside, how about the outside? Let's go and take a look. Now, the design on the outside. This car is sensibly a handsome car. It's got a very interesting design to it. It definitely looks different from the likes of the Honda Civic or even the Toyota Corolla, which has slightly more edgy design language to it. This car, it all just flows and it looks very serene. The thing is, I've read reviews that people think that the design of this car is a little bit dated. At the back, you definitely wouldn't think so, because it looks very clean, it looks very now, in fact, and it's a very easy design for you to digest. Now, enough about the design, let's look at the boot space with about 500 odd litres, well actually more than 500 litres of boot space, giving you more than enough space to put your goods in. And of course the seats are push down seats, so you can actually extend the size of your boot by merely pushing the seats down. Now, welcome to the face of confusion. I'll tell you exactly why I say that, because if you were to Google the Renault Fluence, what images you'll be getting may look different from the car that we have over here, because the European Fluence is different from the Asian Fluence that we get over here. And this is where I think the problem starts, because a lot of people are saying that this particular design looks a little bit dated. But having said that, you do get a good fare of kit over here. You get these wonderful looking black surrounded headlamps, and they look and work the business. You get double fog lamps up front, and also you get a very chrome grille. The European cars has a new big diamond design going on for it. Now the headlamps as well as the windscreen wipers have automatic function on them. And then as you move over to the 3/4 profile, you will see that this car comes with Continental Conti Premium Contact 2 tires, which measures 205/55/17. Now, they offer a lot of comfort, they absorb a lot of the stuff that goes on under the car. However, this is where I feel that the car looks a little bit gangly. You know, you've got a lot of space between the top of the wheel and also the wheel arch, and the tires itself look very big. Now, how comfortable? We really need to go for a test drive to find out. When you buy a C-segment car these days, you are spoiled for choice. That's the first thing that you will definitely realize. There are so many different types of cars for you to choose from, and each different car offers you a different card from a deck of accomplishments out there for all cars. Some cars give you extra gadgetry, some cars give you extra performance, some cars give you just extra comfort, and in this particular case, comfort is definitely the card that's being played over here. The Renault Fluence 2.0 comes with, like it says on the can, a 2-litre engine. This is paired with a CVT gearbox, which ensures very, very smooth driving. And I can vouch for the fact that yes, indeed, the driving is very smooth. If you're thinking that this is a Renault, which means it will be related to the awesome Megane RS 265 or even the Clio 200 RS, and you're thinking you are going to get even a change of performance with this car, well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but you will not. So this particular powertrain pushes out 148 brake horsepower and 195 Newton meters of torque. The top speed is south of 200 kilometers an hour, and the Century Sprint comes in just over 10 seconds. So it does not feel urgent, it does not feel rushed. Do you feel like you are lacking in power? Well, sometimes, because the pickup is quite slow, but you will never find yourself in uncomfortable speeds. You will always find yourself in a cruising speed that is quite rapid, and which is quite okay. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a performance vehicle. It is a vehicle to take you from point A to point B in as much comfort as possible. The driving position is alright. You can adjust your seats to go higher or lower, and the bigger wheels that I mentioned earlier, along with the long travel suspension, definitely gives you as much comfort as possible. The steering doesn't tell you very much at all, but then again, you don't really need to know much because you're not driving with gusto in mind. So all you need to know is, as you turn the wheel, you're going in a particular direction, and that direction is the direction that you want to go with, and that's all good. So all in all, this vehicle is definitely geared towards, yep, I'm going to say it one more time, comfort, right? The powertrain does not give you a sense of urgency. The CVT gearbox definitely gives you a lot of smoothness. The plushness of the car is good. NVH very low. Of course, it also comes with a host of safety features, both active and passive. And generally speaking, this car is supposed to be giving you ease of use, ease of mind, and also comfort when you want to commute, be it for short distances or even long distances. And that, if that is what you're looking for in a car, this is a car that you should get. Well then, my fair people, what could be the final say? 3 things. Number 1, if you're looking to be different, yes, the badge is definitely going to offer you difference, and you're not going to be compared to all your peers driving the Japanese cars, mostly in the C segment market. Secondly, you are going to get value, because at the price point this car is coming at, well, you get a decent package for a relatively low price. And the third thing is comfort. You're definitely going to get a lot of comfort with this car, and if that's your cup of tea, then this is the whole teapot of comfort. Stay with us on In Gear, because after this Renault Fluence 2.0, we've got a lot more stuff coming your way.